we have seen the format of balance sheet. Under that, I explained about the liability side item. Next, today I am going to write the items related to asset. Okay, related to assets. So last short-term provision we wrote now. Okay, now you look at the asset side. Main head is non-current assets. Major head is non-current assets. So under that, subhead fixed assets, subhead fixed assets. Then under fixed asset, tangible, intangible, capital work in progress, intangible assets under development, intangible assets under development. Intangible assets under development. Okay, so first we will write tangible assets. Tangible assets. Fixed assets under that, this is subhead. Tangible assets. What are the tangible assets? Already you know, lot of tangible assets you know. So what are the tangible assets? Already you know, furniture, plant and machinery, land and building, land and building. Already you know, then also you write. Then office equipments, office equipments, office equipments. Next, building, land and building or plant and machinery over. Next, vehicle. Then computer equipments, computer and related equipment, computer. So computer and related equipment. Computer and related equipment. Next one, livestock. Okay, these are the fixed assets, tangible assets. Already we know that last year we studied it. The assets which can be seen and touched. Physical existence. So under short-term borrowing, we wrote no bank overdraft. Short-term borrowing, bank overdraft, we wrote no. Short-term borrowing. No. So you write under short-term borrowing, bank overdraft. Under short-term borrowing, you add one item, bank overdraft. Bank overdraft. So, so fixed asset, tangible asset. So some item it is there. That last will read. Next one, fixed assets, intangible assets. Tangible already you know. Intangible assets. Intangible, which cannot be seen and touched. Already you know some items. Goodwill, goodwill, patent, copyright, trademark. This already we know that. Then extra some more items. Brand, naming the company. Brand, recipes, receipts or formula. That is also intangible assets. Models, then methods, information, methods, then computer software, then publishing titles, then licenses and franchise, intangible assets, licenses and franchise, then all rights, example, mining rights. Okay, so all rights. That is a fixed assets, intangible. Okay, tangible we know that. So then intangible asset we know some item, goodwill, patent, copyright, trademark. Extra brand, recipes, formulas, models, methods, computer software, publishing title, licenses, franchise, all rights. Then printed material, that is masters, printed material. Okay, so under fixed assets, tangible assets, intangible assets. Next one, third one, capital work in progress. Under that, no item. Capital work in progress. If suppose any capital work in progress, that is subhead is fixed assets, subhead is fixed assets, major head is non-current assets. Okay, capital work in progress, capital work in progress, construction under progress, capital, building, anything it is there. Only work in progress, that is inventory, that we will study. Okay, so fixed assets, tangible, intangible. Next, so next head under the format, next fixed asset, tangible, then intangible, then capital work in progress, that directly they will give that item. Next, intangible assets under development. Capital work in progress, you can write only heading. This also work in progress. Other item, only this one. Next one, intangible assets. Intangible assets under development. Intangible assets under development. This is very easy. If any item it is given, that intangible assets, no, suppose example, patent, the right to exclude others from producing a particular product. Patent being developed by a company. Okay, if any intangible assets developed, if it is given, that is come under fixed assets, intangible assets being developed by the company. Okay, fixed assets, intangible assets being developed, intangible assets under development. Okay, so I am not writing any other, only example, one example I given. Okay, patent being developed by the company. Next one, that is over. Next one, B, fixed asset over. Next B, non-current investment. Non-current investment. Okay, non-current investment. This is subhead. Major head is non-current assets. Only two major head under asset side, non-current assets and current assets. Under non-current assets, first one fixed assets, that is over. Next one, non-current investment. So non-current investment, it is very easy. If it is starting with the investment in the shares or debentures of another company. Investment in anything it is given more than 1 year. Only the investment it is given means non-current investment only. Suppose maturity is below than 1 year means current investment. Otherwise, non-current investment. Normally, investment in shares, investment in government security, anything investment starting with investment, that is non-current investment. Extra, they will give bonds. Bond, only bond it is given. That is also a non-current investment. Bond means like a which one? We given loan to the any company. So that is non-current investment. Bonds, non-current investment. So investment in, so lot of investment it is there. Shares, debentures, government securities, equity share, preference share. So if anything it is there, that is which one? Non-current investment. Non-current investment. Clear? Investment in preferential instrument in government securities, investment in mutual fund, investment in partnership firm. Okay, I'm not writing everything. So starting with investment, that is non-current investment. Okay, next deferred tax assets. So I will tell the deferred tax assets and deferred tax liabilities last. Okay, so directly they will give such item deferred tax assets. Okay, directly they will give. Okay, deferred tax assets directly they will give. So what you will write? Subhead is deferred tax assets. Then the major head is non-current assets. Okay, here means major head is non-current assets only. Then subhead is one. Next one, long-term loans and advances. Loans and advances. Here means we are giving loan. Non-current liability means there means we took a loan from bank or financial institutions. Here means we given loan. So what are the long-term loans and advances? Long-term loans and advances. Long-term loans and advances. Only two items: security deposits. Security deposits for telephone. Only security deposit it is given means telephone. Security deposits for telephone. Security deposit for telephone. Next one, capital advances. Here means security deposit for telephone means suppose if you are using the telephone facility, we will give advance amount. Okay, deposit, security deposit. Okay, that is which one? That is long-term loans and advances. Advance, so 2 year advance, 2 year telephone collection advance we will give. So that is which one? Security deposit. Next one, capital advances. capital advances. So here we given loan for purchase of fixed assets. That is advances, capital advances, long-term loans and advances. So security deposits, then capital advances. Security deposits, capital advances. That is long-term loans and advances. Next one, other non-current assets. Normally they are not. Other non-current assets. Other non-current assets. Other non-current assets. Under that, only one item, long-term trade receivables. So trade receivable is current asset, we know. But if it is more than 1 year, okay, long-term trade receivables. Long-term trade receivables. Long-term trade receivables. Okay, so non-current asset is over. So first you look tangible assets, furniture, plant and machinery, land and building, equipment, vehicle, computer-related equipment, livestock, intangible, goodwill, patent, copyright, trademark, brand, recipes, formula, models, mustards, capital, computer software, publishing titles, licenses, mining rights, then capital work in progress, no other item. That is which one? That is subhead is up to this one. Subhead is fixed assets, intangible assets under development, patent being developed by the company. So subhead is fixed assets. Next one, non-current investment, any investment in the assets bond, that is subhead is non-current investment, major head is non-current assets. Deferred tax assets, subhead is deferred tax assets, major head is non-current assets. Long-term loans and advances, security deposit, subhead is long-term loans and advances, major head is non-current assets. Capital advances, subhead is long-term loans and advances, major head is non-current assets. Next, other non-current assets, that is long-term trade receivables. Long-term trade receivables. Next one, current assets. Current assets. First one, current investments. Current investment. Current investment. Current investment means a short-term investment only within a period of which one? Within a period of 1 year. That is current investment. Clear? So that is current investment. So short-term investment. So I'm not writing extra. There are treasury bill. Treasury bill. So we are purchasing the shares of a government. It is issued by the government, central government. Okay, it is issued by the central government, this treasury bill. So minimum for purchasing treasury bill, the company have to give 25,000, and it multiplies. For one treasury bill, we have to give which one 25,000. So repayment time, the maturity period is only for 1 year. Clear? Only maturity period is 1 year. So after that, we will get amount. That is current investment. Okay, or short-term investment, that is current investment. Okay, current investment. Next item, inventories. Inventories. Last year we used this word, what? Closing stock. Okay, closing stock. So what are the items? Lot of items are there. Raw material, work in progress. One thing you have to remember, capital work in progress, that is under fixed assets, subhead. Only work in progress, that is inventory. Work in progress, finished goods, finished goods. Okay, stock in trade, that is inventory. Okay, inventory, stores and spares, stores and spares. Next, goods acquired for trading, goods acquired for trading, that is inventory. Goods acquired for trading. Next, goods in transit, goods in transit. So we ordered the goods, now it is in the transit only, transportation time only. So on the way only now it is. Next one, so see these are the next one more item, loose tools. Loose tools. Last we studied the under fixed. It is a which one? Loose tools. That is current assets. Loose tools. Okay, current assets. Loose tools. Current assets. Current assets. Inventory. Inventory. Current assets. Okay, raw material, work in progress, finished goods, stock in trade, stores and spares, goods acquired for trading, goods in transit, loose tools. So one thing you have to remember, revenue from operation, that statement of profit and loss account, you have no need to study this much. Okay, only 2 item or 3 item only you have to study extra. Okay, no need of this one. So balance sheet only normally they are asking. Okay, goods acquired for trading, goods in transit, loose tools, that is inventories, stock. Next, trade receivables. Next head, trade receivable. This is subhead. Okay, subhead. Then next one, trade receivables. Trade receivables. Trade receivables. We know that debtors, bills receivable. Debtors, bills receivable. That is trade receivable. Debtors, bills receivable. Debtors, bills receivable. Okay, no. Next item they given, cash and cash equivalent. Cash and the cash equivalents. Cash and cash equivalent. Cash and the cash equivalent. So here, cash in hand, cash at bank, cash in hand, cash at bank. Okay, then checks and draft and the bank draft or draft in hand, in our hand. This is cash and cash equivalents, that which can be easily converted into cash. Cash and equivalent means the assets which can be easily converted into cash. Next, they given short-term loans and advances. Normally, they are not asking, for example, if we give any short-term loans, that only. Okay, short-term loans and advances. We'll write simply short-term loans and advances. If we give, normally we are taking only. So that's why this is not important. Okay, next one, last item, other current assets. Other current assets. Other current assets. Other current assets. Already we know some items. Prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses. Then accrued interest. Accrued income. Accrued interest on investment or income on anything. Accrued interest on investment. Then the prepaid only. Advance tax. Advance tax. That is prepaid expenses. Advance tax. Then interest due on calls in arrear. Calls in arrear. If the shareholder failed to pay any amount, we will get interest. That is other current assets. Then one thing you have to remember, calls in arrear subhead is share capital. Calls in arrear subhead is share capital. Interest on calls in arrear, other current assets. But one thing you have to remember, calls in advance, interest on calls in advance, that is other current liability. Other current liability. Next one, interest on calls in arrear. Next, patent to be written off. We got the patent to produce some product. To be written off, we have to write off within 12 months. Example for that, if you spend any amount, so that we can write off, we can dispose within 1 year. Within 1 year, we can write off that patent cost from profit. So within 1 year, we can write off. That is other current assets. Normally, this item it is not coming. So then also, if it is come also, write off within intangible assets, write off within 12 months. That is other current assets. Other current assets. Over. Then now one more two extra item. So one thing you have to write under a long-term provision. Long-term provision already we wrote. There you have to add encashment of employees earned leave. Suppose if you are not taking any leave this year, so we can encash that amount of. So normally they used to give 14 days leave, 14 days in a year they will give. They used to give. So if we are not taking means we can encash. That is under long-term provision. Okay, encashment of employees earned leave. Encashment of employees earned leave. Next, then unpaid amount, that is other current liability. Unpaid, any unpaid, that is other current liability. Next one, separate provision for depreciation. Provision for depreciation or accumulated depreciation. Same only, accumulated depreciation or provision for depreciation. So what we are doing? So no need to write in the major head and subhead. Only one what you have to write if it is coming deducted from tangible assets. Deducted from tangible assets. Deducted from tangible assets shown as notes to accounts. Notes to accounts. Notes to accounts on the face of the balance sheet. On the face of the balance sheet. Okay, no? Provision for depreciation or accumulated depreciation. What we are doing, deducted from tangible assets under notes to account already I said first we will prepare the format, then afterwards notes to account, working note. Each item working note we will write. So I said that these are the items so that it will come in the notes to account only. Only the final amount only we will write in the format of balance sheet. Okay, these items will come under notes to account. So provision for depreciation we can't see in the format of balance sheet. You can see in notes to accounts. In notes to account. So we have to deduct from tangible assets. Next, one more separate item. Proposed dividend. Proposed dividend. So if anyone took our company share, we have to give dividend. For that purpose, we have to keep reserve. That is proposed dividend. What we will do? If proposed dividend, uh, so normally in early what we are treating, it will come under short-term provision. Short-term provision. Now it is treated as a contingent liability. Contingent liability means it is not an actual liability. It will arise only on the happening of certain event. Okay, I forgot. We have to write the contingent liabilities. So proposed dividend, you write contingent liability. So it will not come in the main format. Contingent liability to be disclosed in notes to accounts, in notes to accounts on the face of the balance sheet, on the face of the balance sheet. Okay, contingent liability to be disclosed in notes to account in the face of the balance sheet, in the face of the balance sheet. That is contingent liability. Contingent liabilities. So contingent liability is not an actual liability, but it will become arise only on the happening of certain event. So next you write what are the contingent liabilities? So if any item comes that you have to write contingent liability to be disclosed in notes to account. Contingent liability. So example, guarantees given by a company. Guarantees given by a company. It is not an actual liability, but it will become arise only at the happening of certain event. Guarantees given by the company. Guarantee is given by the company. Then then claims against the company, claim against the company not acknowledged as a debt, not acknowledged as a debt. Then bills got not sure. Then the proposed dividend. Guarantee is given by the company, claims against the company not acknowledged as a debt. Then bills count. Then so next everything it is over now. Now okay. Next you can see deferred tax assets and deferred tax liabilities. Under non-current liability, subhead is deferred tax liabilities. Okay, so that is subhead. This is subhead. Major head is non-current liability. Okay, so what do you mean by deferred tax liabilities? Deferred tax liabilities. So already I given the meaning of deferred tax assets and deferred tax liabilities. Okay, you look at that. Deferred tax liability means when accounting income is more than the taxable income. Accounting income, taxable income. Taxable income. Accounting income and taxable income. So when accounting income is more than the taxable income, that is called deferred tax liability. Then if it is opposite, that is deferred tax assets. So taxable income. So how to calculate the taxable income? Okay. So taxable income is the income based on tax laws. So it is based on tax laws. Okay. Taxable income is the income based on tax laws. What do you mean by accounting income? It is the income based on accounting practices. It is based on accounting practices followed by the company. So we are following now the double entry system. Okay. So on that basis, if you calculate any income, we are calculating that is accounting income. Okay. So taxable income is the income based on tax laws. Accounting income is the based on the accounting practices. Okay, so it is shown in the statement of profit and loss account. Our profit and loss account, net profit. Statement of profit and loss. Statement of profit and loss. Okay, that it is reported by the statement of profit and loss. So we know that what we are doing. So what practice we are following in the organization. So suppose next year, if you want to give any tax, so we will keep a provision. That is provision for tax. Okay. So we created which one? We created a provision on the basis of our estimated tax income. Our estimated tax income. So example for example, Suppose our taxable income is 50 lakh. Okay. Taxable income is 50 lakhs. 50 lakhs. That is taxable income. Suppose accounting income is 20 lakhs. So this year I expected what? So next year our income will be 50 lakh. So on that basis, I created. So suppose tax rate is 40 percentage. Okay, clear now? So accounting income, accounting income. So next year, uh, after practicing the which one after doing the statement of profit and loss account, our income is 20 lakhs. Okay, so this year we expected tax income, taxable income, that is which one? 50 lakhs. 50 lakhs. Okay, so we thought we tax rate is 40 percentage. Tax rate is 40 percentage. So in this case, how will calculate how will understand whether it is deferred tax liability or deferred tax assets? Suppose you look at tax on account income. So how much we have to give on the base of accounting income? We have to give the tax on the base of profit that it will get from accounting income. So that is which one? 40 percentage of 20 lakh. 40 percentage of 20 lakh. So we'll get 8 lakh. Then tax on. So last year we created tax on which one? Tax on taxable income. Taxable income, that is 40 percentage of 50 lakh. 50 lakh. Okay, 50 lakh. That is 6 lakh. We created 6 lakh only. Correct tax how much? 8 lakh. So that difference between account income, when the accounting income is more than taxable income, that is called deferred tax liability. Deferred tax liability. Okay, so this will be a tax liability in future year. Tax liability in future year. In future year, we have to create, we have to give extra 2 lakh. Okay, so we can make a provision. So this year we created 6 lakh only, but next year we calculated the account income. That is 20 lakh. So on that basis, anyway, we have to pay tax. On the base of profit and loss account only, the government is calculating tax. So already we created 6 lakh. So how much it is deferred tax liability? That is 2 lakh. Clear no? That is which one? Deferred tax liability. So suppose if you are making journal entry, what we will write? Entry will be profit and loss account debtor. So suppose if you are making journal entry, what we will write? Profit and loss account debtor. How much this year we are paying tax? 8 lakh. Okay. To provision profit and loss account to current tax. Current tax. Current tax. How much we can give? Already we created that much amount only. Current 6 lakh. Then the difference amount will be deferred taxes. No need to study the journal for your understanding only. 2 lakh. Okay, so 8 lakh is the tax. From that current tax, how much we can pay? That 6 lakh remaining is, sorry, deferred tax liability. Deferred tax liability. Deferred tax liability. But so what do you mean deferred tax assets? Same example. Deferred tax assets, that is come under subhead is deferred tax assets. when accounting income is more than the taxable income. That is which one? Deferred tax liability. Suppose, example, if accounting income is rupees 50 lakh, taxable income is rupees 20 lakh. So in this case, taxable income is more than the account income. Already we created, that is more. So it is which one? Deferred tax assets. We will show that how to calculate. So first one, tax on accounting income. Tax on accounting income. Tax on accounting income is equal to 40 percentage of 15 lakhs. Okay, so we will get 6 lakhs. Tax on taxable income is equal to 40 percentage of 20 lakhs. 40 percentage of 20 lakhs, 6 lakh. Okay, so here means it will be deferred tax assets. So already we created 8 lakh, but tax is only 6 lakh. So that is deferred tax assets. Deferred tax assets, that is 2 lakh. That is 2 lakh. 2 lakh. So here you have to look at how much tax we created. That is only here we will write how much to current tax means how much tax we created. So how to write the journal entry? Profit and loss account debtor, profit and loss account debtor, profit and loss account debtor. So current year tax 6 lakh. So to which one? Current tax is provision for tax. Current tax or provision for tax. How much we created? Current tax. Otherwise, provision for tax. Provision for tax. How much we created? That is created 8 lakh. Then balance figure will be deferred tax assets. Two lakh. Clear? When accounting income is more than the taxable income means that is deferred tax liability. When taxable income is, when accounting income is less than the taxable income, then it will be deferred tax assets. Clear, no? So through example, you can understand. Profit and loss account means how much we have to pay. 6 lakh. Current year we created, last year we created 8 lakh. So the difference will be asset debit. Last one you look, profit and loss account, 8 lakh. 8 lakh we have to give. 8 lakh only current year task. Then current year tax, how much we created? 6 lakh. The difference amount, that will be liability, credit balance. You know, so only that item only, no other extra items under that one. So our format of balance sheet is over. Clear? So 75 percentage, 80 percentage it is over. Now format of income and expenditure, that no need of any subhead. Okay, direct format. It is very easy compared to which one? Format of balance sheet. So if you study this one, then you will get full mark. Clear? Thank you. Okay.